Welcome to day 7. It's the last day of the week. Here are some statistics for you. The average adult spends between 28 and 31 years of their life on a diet. Only 2.5 to 5% of people who begin a rigid calorie-controlled diet will succeed in losing weight and keeping it off. Some say 95% of diets fail. And according to a British study, the average person can only stick with an extreme diet for 5.5 weeks. Who would subscribe to a program that had a 2.5% success rate, was likely to fail after 5.5 weeks most of the time, and had a 95% failure rate? We wouldn't buy a car that had these performance statistics, not in our right mind, if we knew what we were doing. Look, my first car was like that. And it was an absolute nightmare. There is nothing like breaking down on a highway with a pregnant, hungry wife. True story, and I'm still emotionally scarred. What about sending your kid to a school with a 2.5% graduation rate? We wouldn't do it. But when it comes to diet and exercise, we've accepted it because this type of diet is the most prevalent option the average person has access to. On 28 Days for Life, we are going to do something completely different. So what's our problem? Our modern day understanding of the word diet makes food the problem or even the enemy. In the modern day diet, whole food groups are to be avoided because they are bad foods and they make you fat. For most of us, it means the pain of drastically reducing calories or constantly watching, counting, or obsessing over calorie intake. Simply put, our modern day understanding of the word diet makes food the problem, and it leaves us exhausted and even worse, still hungry. But where did the word diet come from, and how did we get here? The word we use for diet comes from the Greek word dieta, meaning way of life. Not cutting out food, not the pain, the torture, the agony, and self-deprivation of the modern day diet, but a way of life. In other words, a lifestyle. The great ancient Greek physician, Hippocrates, is quoted as saying, "Let food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food." This ancient approach to food and diet, it involved a much more holistic lifestyle outlook. The idea was to eat foods that would invigorate the body, providing it with the nutrition for living a healthy, vibrant life while protecting the body from disease. Food was not the enemy. Food was the solution. Maybe this is why a Greek island called Icaria is thought to have the world's highest rate of people living to be over 90 years old. Or the reason why the Mediterranean diet has long been lauded as one of the healthiest in the world. Their lifestyle consists of an abundance of healthy, unprocessed foods from all food groups. They are not filled with guilt when they eat some carbs, and they don't feel deprived or resentful. Sounds like a much better way to go to me. For sure, there are times to try a more restrictive diet to hit a short-term goal. In these instances, look at the modern-day diet for what they really are, a short-term tool to get some fast results. But they are by no means a lifestyle plan. In general, for long-term health and results, we want to take a look at the ancient Greek approach. Food is your friend. It's the solution to your transformation. In light of this, let's look at processed foods versus unprocessed foods. Processed foods are anything in a can, a box, a package, or that has gone through a manufacturing process. Processed foods usually have a long list of ingredients that you won't even recognize. They also contain preservatives and additives to extend the shelf life of the product, and also lots and lots of salt. Fast food and even packaged baked goods fall into this category. In some cases, they aren't even what they say they are. For example, the blue bits in blueberry muffins are not really blueberries. Get this, they are partially made of propylene glycol. This is a substance that's used to winterize your RV. It prevents the pipes from freezing in the winter. Also, it's used to clean out your colon before a colonoscopy. But somehow, propylene glycol muffin doesn't have the same kind of ring to it, right? Listen, processed foods are high in calories but low in nutrients, and it takes much longer to feel full than when you eat unprocessed foods. Now get this, even though we eat a large amount of these foods, which are high in calories, our bodies can still be starved of the vital nutrients needed for us to be our best. We can literally be overeating, yet starving nutritionally. So, how does processed food make us gain weight? Many processed foods like the white rice, the white pasta, the white bread are recognized by the body as sugar because these products have been so highly refined. Therefore, when you eat these processed foods, your blood sugar levels goes up and your body releases insulin, which basically alerts your body to hold on to body fat in order to burn off the sugar in your bloodstream and bring your blood sugar back down to normal. Also, don't be fooled by packages that say low calorie, low fat, or low sugar. Many of the chemicals in these foods actually cause you to crave more unhealthy choices. Now, let's look at unprocessed foods. This is the good stuff. This is anything that's natural. The fish, the meats, the vegetables, the beans, anything that doesn't have a long list of ingredients. Why? Because it is what it is. Frozen vegetables are also okay in this category. Your body needs a certain nutrient mix to survive and be healthy. The way we get these nutrients is through our food. Unprocessed food is high in nutrients, but low in calories. Your body gets its nutritional needs met by consuming fewer calories, and this is what's most important. You feel fuller faster eating unprocessed foods. We need more of this in our diet. So, I have two strategies for you. First of all, we are going to eliminate the word can't from our lifestyle vocabulary. What I mean is this. Once we start a new fitness program or a modern day diet, we start to think of everything we can't have. I can't have these foods are bad, and we stay focused on the negative. It's no wonder we feel deprived and resentful. I want us to focus on the positive. Start thinking about all of the new healthy foods that you can have. Now, the second strategy is very close. I want you to add more food. Yes, add more food. Start to add more and more of the good, wholesome, healthy choices to your diet. The healthy choices will eventually drown out the unhealthy choices. Now, I'm not saying eat bigger portions, just find more healthy options. One of the things I hear people say all of the time is that I can't stick to a diet because I love food too much. Well, that's great that you love food. That's going to be the secret to your success. Keep loving food. Now, make it your mission to focus on finding more wholesome, healthy choices that are going to invigorate your body, that are going to taste great, and move you towards your transformation and get your waistline a little bit thinner. Look in your 28 Days for Life handbook, and it will give you more examples. I want you to experiment with ways to prepare more green, fibrous, chlorophyll-filled vegetables like parsley and cilantro, like kale, and all the other deep, dark green vegetables which will remove toxins from your body and help you to release more body fat. Focus on the positive, focus on what more good stuff you can put into your diet. Stop looking at everything that you can't do. Look at what you can do and start to be encouraged, be energized, and explore. There are so many great foods out there that taste great, that are great for your body, that will change your life. So, let's go Greek, and let's start to adopt their lifestyle, adopt their view of food. Food is the solution to your transformation. Now, let's go explore. Okay, here's another stretch routine, and it will ease out your sore muscles, but the great thing about these moves is they're going to help realign your body. So follow along, they're very simple, and let's get going. First thing, very simple, is a hip flexor stretch. You're going to lie all the way down on your back. You want to take one leg as long as you possibly can. You're going to grab your knee. You're going to take a deep breath in and breathe out and pull it towards you. keeping your shoulder blades down. Deep breath in and breathe out. And last time, deep breath in, keeping the length in this leg. Okay, and switch. You bring that knee up, grab around the knee, lengthen this leg, keeping the length right all the way through the front of the thigh. Deep breath in and breathe out. And again, deep breath in and breathe out. And one more time, deep breath in, breathe out. Bring it back to neutral. You should start to feel your hip flexors start to open up. So let's do one more on each side, a little bit quicker this time. You lengthen one leg, you grab behind the knee, you take a deep breath in, and you breathe out. And again, deep breath in, breathe out, and one more time, deep breath in, and breathe out. Okay. Lengthen the other leg. Remember to keep the front of the thigh lengthened out. You grab around the knee, deep breath in, pull the knee towards you, and again, deep breath in, pull the knee towards you, and last time, deep breath in, pull the knee towards you. Okay. Now, you're going to roll on to your stomach, and this exercise is going to ease out your back. You're going to take your arms by your shoulders. If you need to, you can take it a little bit more forward, okay? For right now, just let your heels drop out, because I want you to feel all of your glutes relaxed. Hands right here. You're just going to give me 5 of these, pushing up. 1. And all the way back down. And try to relax in your back as you breathe out. 2. And all the way back down. There should be no tension whatsoever in your legs. Give me 2 more. Try to straighten your arms as you get up and look forward. Try not to hunch your shoulders, but stay out of your shoulders and lengthen that back. And one more time, deep breath in. Breathe into your belly this time, breathe out. All the way up. Relax your back. You can release it a little bit more here. Release your hips, let go of tensions anywhere. Just think about being nice and long. Release the tensions in the thigh, your lower back, even your neck. Okay, calm down slowly. And all the way up. And down. Okay, sit back onto your heels. And come all the way up. If you're feeling tight, take some time to roll out your shoulders, stretch your arms out a little bit, just let your back ease out a little bit. Now, we're going to do another stretch. It's similar to what we did the last time we stretched. What I want you to do is come up, you're going to take 1 foot forward, okay? And you're going to take one arm to the ceiling. What I don't want you to do is arch your back in an unsafe way. You want to stay up and you're just going to push your hips forward just slightly. It doesn't have to be very far. You're going to lengthen this arm as much as you can to the ceiling. Relax your glutes and make sure both hips are facing forward. That way you're realigning your hips, realigning your spine, and you're getting a stretch in the front side of your hip flexor and your thigh. Take a deep breath in, breathe out. Deep breath in, breathe out, and then come back. And then you just change around and put the other leg forward. Take your arm all the way up. Deep breath in, lean forward just slightly. You're still keeping control of your abdomen, dropping your hips to the floor, and taking a nice stretch, keeping this arm nice and long. And then you come back. Let's do 1 more on each side. One arm goes up, lengthen. Keep those ribs in, straighten that arm, deep breath in, breathe out. One arm up. Get some good length through here, deep breath in. Excellent, you should go deeper this time. And all the way back. Now finally, the last thing is a stretch, and it has an exercise in it. It's going to help realign your hips and your back. You're going to go onto your back. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab a hold of this knee. The sole of your foot is on the floor. It's very simple. You're going to pull the knee to your chest and take your hip up. 1. Just going to do 5 of these. 2. Breathe out as you go up. 3. 2 more. 4. And get those hips all the way up. 5. Place the leg down. Grab behind the other knee. And you're going to do the same thing. Pull the knee to the chest and take those hips up. 1. And deep breath in. Breathe out. 2. And hips up all the way. 3. 2 more. 4. And the last time. Good. Okay, well done. You should be feeling more lengthened. Your sore muscle should be eased out. And look, if you need a little more, feel free to go right back to the beginning and go through the whole routine again. But hold on to these moves. They're great moves to stretch you out and keep you more aligned.